Allen were a couple who tricked Neptune into believing that they matched that exact skill. Neptune Underwater Expeditions was started by Hayden Hathaway, an ambitious diver who started his company in 2006, a company that has grown to become one of the most well-known and trusted diving companies in the United States. Neptune is so well known because they offer some of the most beautiful dives. One of these dives is a dive down to the Hepburn Wreck. On July 3rd, 2011, Neptune set sail for the Hepburn expedition. Amongst the excited passengers on board were Lee and Andy Allen. But today, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will hear how a series of unforeseen circumstances led to Lee Allen's unfortunate death. These circumstances included an unknown storm, a lack of diving ability on the part of the Allens, and a medical secret withheld from the Neptune crew. Today, it is the plaintiff that bears the burden of proof. They must prove by a preponderance of the evidence, meaning that it is more likely than not that Neptune Underwater Expeditions is liable for the death of Lee Allen, but they will fail to meet their burden, because not only will they fail to show you that Neptune acted recklessly, but we will show you that it was Lee Allen's own actions and recklessness that contributed to his death. What happened to Lee Allen was devastating. The word tragic doesn't even begin to describe it, but you will see that it was not in any part of Neptune's recklessness. Today you will hear from Reggie Rogers. Miss Rogers is Neptune's most experienced diver. She will tell you how she sets up a plan for each and every dive. She will take you through the steps she set up for the very first dive down to the Hepburn Wreck. But on the morning of July 7, 2011, the very first dive, she was faced with a series of unforeseen circumstances. First, Andy Allen could not dive with Lee. In scuba diving, it is very important to dive with a buddy. So in order to keep everyone safe, Miss Rogers paired herself up with Lee. Second, on their way down to the Hepburn Wreck, you will hear how an unforeseen storm hit. And once this storm hit, Miss Rogers instructed Lee to swim ahead with the rest of the group in order to keep him safe. But you will hear how Lee Allen swam down to the second level of the Hepburn Wreck, alone. The second level, which she was clearly instructed not to go down to on that day. You will hear how when Miss Rogers finally saw Lee Allen, she had no choice but to surface without him. You will also hear from Angel Duncan, Neptune's deckhand. Mr. Duncan has been employed by Neptune for the past 5 years. He prepares every single customer's equipment for every single dive. He will explain to you what equipment is necessary, and he will tell you how he prepares this equipment and how important it is that everyone knows that they are ready and that they can trust Neptune. He will also tell you how Neptune checks their weather. He will talk to you about how they check the weather for the dive on July 7th and how they did not expect a storm to hit during the dive because Neptune would never take their divers underwater during a storm. Finally, you will hear from Dr. Quincy Montgomery. Dr. Montgomery will tell you about the medical secrets surrounding the Neptune. He will tell you how Lee Allen had hypertension, otherwise known as high blood pressure. Dr. Montgomery will tell you how Lee's hypertension contributed to his death. Once you have heard all of the evidence, my co-counsel, Gia Senku, will come before you and ask that you deliver the only verdict consistent with the law. She will ask that you find Neptune Underwater Expeditions not liable